Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Break On Through, a Mafia Kingdom novel by Jessica Ruben, narrated by Aiden Snow and C.J. Bloom. 1. Leo. We smile at each other. The silver moonlight shines through Daisy's bedroom window, illuminating her pale skin and shining black hair. She turns to her side so we're facing one another. Her creamy breasts are bared to me, the soft white sheet draping across the left side of her hip. She's a model in an Italian painting. You should go soon. Her delicate hand moves to my forehead, long nails scraping against my scalp as she brushes my hair back. My father will be coming in an hour. Dark eyes twinkling, she dares me to leave her. Or maybe she dares me to stay. My gaze moves down to her breasts and back up again. Father? What's a father? I kiss her deeply, the back of her neck in my grip, and swallow her laugh with my lips. My free hand wraps around the small of her back, bringing her closer to me. When we are chest to chest, warmth radiates between us. You know, she lifts her lips from mine to speak, and mine move to her neck. My father, also known as the man who already wants to kill you, she reminds me, giggling quietly. I kiss her down lower, pausing on an area of soft skin above her belly button. I grumble. Oh, that one. Leo, listen, her voice whispers in a slow and sultry drawl. I want more. You know I want everything with you. But if you're going to ask his permission to marry me, it would be better if he changed his mind about you. Him catching us would be catastrophic. Just a minute more. But he really is on his way. Kiss. Only kiss. One more hour. Kiss. She has to push against my chest to force my mouth off her skin. This woman makes me feel drugged. I can't wait to spend my life with her. I love you. She looks deeply into my eyes, and I swear I feel the vibrations of her feelings. She's all I see. I love you too. The door opens. There is a moment of absolute pause on all of our parts. No one moves, hell, no one takes a breath. Daisy's father is an enormous, hardened man. He spent years fighting in the Kosovo Liberation Army before settling down and joining the police. He's a good man, but right now he wants to kill me, and I know this like I know my own name. You! His voice is so low and dark. With his feet planted on the floor, he points at me. Get the fuck out of my house! I've warned you once before. You shame my daughter. You shame my entire family. I jump out of the bed, head bowed, thankful that I'm wearing my boxers. Daddy, no! Daisy stands up, dragging the white bed sheets with her body. I cringe at her obvious nudity. It's okay, Papa. You know we're in love. Nothing we do is without my consent. It's been 3 years. We want to get married. If he gets into college in America, he'll save money and bring me there with him. Her father is so mad that he can't even reply. Just angry breaths like a bull. I won't look at him to find out what he'll say. I'm getting dressed like my feet are on fire. There's a madman in my midst, plotting my death, and there's nothing but his nude daughter between us. I do my best to slide my pants on as Daisy, clearly out of her mind, walks in front of her father and begs him to stay calm. It's all a blur in my haste, but her hands are at his barrel-sized chest, the sheet tucked beneath her thin arms. I probably have just a few more seconds before he wakes up from this anger-induced trance and grabs his gun to shoot me in the head. My entire body shakes as I drop my shirt on and slide into my sneakers, forgetting the socks. I pull up on her bedroom window. Daisy on her knees before her father begging is the last thing I see. Her sobbing is the last things I hear. Walking home on the tree-lined street, I can hear him railing. He might hate my guts, but he loves his daughter. He's never raised his hand to her, and he never would. I remind myself not to be worried. I'll get back to my room and call her. She'll be okay. We'll convince him to let us marry, and even if he refuses to allow it, we will do it anyway. We're old enough now to make our own choices. No, her father never caught us in bed before, And yes, he hates me, even before this moment. He's been telling her that I'm too tough and we wouldn't make a good match. But he doesn't know the real us. But it's all going to be different now. "You're not the right match," her father explained as calmly as he could after we first asked him to allow us to date each other. "I've seen you with your friends, and I know your type. Sporty, physical, and tough. You will not make each other happy in the long term. Daisy should have a man who is gentle, not you. And if people knew she was with a man like you," his heavy hand cut through the air, "they would imagine terrible things happening between the two of you. The answer is no." She turned to me, worried, her lips pressed together. Although I wanted nothing more than to put up my fists, I simply nodded at Daisy before turning back to him. "I understand, sir. I will try to change people's perception. I do not believe that will be possible." He stood up to leave, waiting for his daughter to join him. That night, Daisy and I spoke on the phone for hours, planning the best way to change his mind. Nothing could stop us. I am my own man, and I make my own choices. Once Daisy's father agrees to let us marry, I'll tell my mother. And if he never agrees, we will tell them both after the marriage is official. My brother Albi's face comes into my head, darkening my mood more than I thought possible. He's the only one who knows that we continue to see each other without anyone knowing, and he holds it over my head as though the secret were a set of knives that he could use to maim me. But I love her, and I would do anything for her. Unfortunately, Albi knows this. I kick a rock across the dark dirt road, cursing. Still, I have to believe our love will prevail. I imagine meeting her in history class and her small smiles to me when she thought no one was looking. Keeping our relationship secret so as not to upset her parents was a strange thing, particularly for a man like me who's had plenty of conquests in the past. But Daisy is different from other girls, and I respect her enough to not tarnish her reputation. A girl like her must stay pure to get married. It hasn't been easy living without proclaiming to the world that she is mine and I am hers, but in some way it's beautiful to have our love private, without prying eyes or gossip. My friends figure I am busy, focusing on my studies and football. My dream of studying in America is something they all know. They would never imagine a girl had been taking up my time. No one would ever assume that the kind, beautiful, and religious Daisy would have a boyfriend, particularly not one with a reputation for fighting. I finally make it to the lower end of town where my house sits. It is a good house. My father built it with his own hands. I have already planned the house for Daisy and me, and of course, I will build it. Large and white with blue shutters. A mansion for my queen. Pulling the key from my front pocket, I open the door. The lights are on, and my mother and brother stare back at me. I look at my watch. 10:07 p.m. Mother has tears in her large green eyes, but not unhappy-looking ones. My brother, though, he looks ecstatic. "You're leaving for America!" He jumps off the couch and embraces me. My body goes rigid, as I'm confused by his affection. My brother and I have a twisted relationship, if you could call it that. He was born seconds after me, and as my mother likes to tell the story, in the last moment before our birth, I apparently pushed myself ahead of him. Even though we are twins, we are completely different from one another. And while we have the same parents, have gone to the same schools, and have both been given the same course of studies, we simply have contrasting personalities and abilities. My father loved me best, as I am the most like him. We both loved challenging the forces of nature and using physical skill to overcome obstacles. He was tall, strong in both spirit and physicality, a fighter in the Kosovo Liberation Army. When he walked in the streets, others would part. I grew up hearing countless stories about how he'd killed enemies and saved the lives of his friends. He taught me how to handle weapons and how to protect myself, how to stand tall when I needed to, and how to lower my head when necessary to show deference and respect. When the war was over, he opened a construction company to rebuild the city. My father's death was painful for me, but it only served to push me harder to succeed, Everything I am today I owe to him. Our mother, on the other hand, has always loved Albie the most. Albie has patience to sit and read. He prefers staying home writing in his journal. He likes to review numbers and comb out details, whereas I see the bigger picture of things. Most of all, he despises anything physical. My father used to laugh, telling me that when I tried to walk, Mama would knock me down, insisting that I was not allowed to stand until Albie could too. Suffice it to say, I spent an extra 6 months on the ground when I wanted to run. But at a certain point, there was no stopping my growth. I'm close to 2 meters in height, and Albie is a head below me. It's true that studies come more naturally to him, but I put in the work and succeed in my own way. The girls have always flocked to me, while he has barely kindled a relationship with a woman. Why should I pay for his lack of skills? Our father always wanted more from me than what Albania could offer, and over his lifetime, he encouraged me to go to America to study and learn American building techniques so that I could return to Kosovo with not just money in my pocket, the likes of which would be impossible to make here, but also with what I'd learned to help our company. As I'm the firstborn son in my family, the business became mine after father's death. Originally, I tried to tell Albie that if we both worked hard enough, we could leave for America together. But in typical Albie fashion, he couldn't handle trying for something if there was a chance he could lose. America? I tilt my head to the side, stomach dropping with excitement. My immediate reaction is a smile, but I snap it back. I feel such emotion, but showing it to my brother would be beneath me. Yes, Leo, Mother nods, holding up a large white envelope. You got these from New York University. They accepted you to their school for arts and sciences. You can study architecture. Her eye twitches, and her breaths are labored. Sweat beads at her dark hairline. I knew you could do it. Albie visibly bristles, but keeps a smile on his face. I take the letter from her hands and pull out the paper from the envelope. I read the first word, congratulations, over and over again, and the world around me blurs. Taking a seat on the couch, I review the letter. Normally I would do this in my room, but I just can't wait. There is so much I must do, I mumble to myself, looking upward. I glance through the envelope again, surprised there isn't more paperwork. Still, I did not ever think they would accept me. My grades are solid, but not excellent. Was there anything else they sent over, about housing or the food hall, scholarship? That was all, my mother smiles encouragingly. My brother looks happy, too happy. I'm sure once you get there, they will greet you and figure it out. We will make calls in the morning. Sure. Still, I need to secure my visa. And this is dated from last month. I need to act quickly. Daisy comes straight into my mind. I need to find a good job to be able to bring her over with me. Of course I'll return, but I can't be away from her. I'll let you boys figure out the rest. I'm so glad for you. Tomorrow will be a big day. The next few weeks even. With a last kiss on my forehead, she leaves the room. My mother has never been affectionate with me. I guess she really must be proud. I am alone now with my brother, but can't shake the feeling of Daisy. I hope she's okay. Oh no, Albie shakes his head. Do not tell me that Daisy is giving you doubts. That look on your face is distraught when you should be over the moon. She's beautiful, but nothing more than dead weight. Leave her and move on. No, I put the paper down. She and I will get married. I know her father doesn't approve of the match, but we believe that in time, he laughs out loud. You are leaving for America. You can't take the girl with you. For years, Papa worked extra hours and put money aside so that you could get this chance. You could have tried, I spit out. But as always, you never stepped up to the plate. Oh yeah? He tilts his head. Before I can get another word out, he says, let's put all the nonsense of Daisy behind us. What if Mother hears us? How it would break her poor, poor heart. He's full of guile, and my stomach turns. Nonsense of Daisy behind, I repeat his words, clenching my teeth. I will go to America. And once I'm there, I will find a way for Daisy to join me. We'll come back to Albania together eventually. Join you? He shakes his head. Her father will never allow it. If you ask me, she'll be married in a month. Before anyone finds out that you took her virtue, of course. If anyone were to hear, she'd be shunned. Imagine what would happen to her if people knew how I'd found you guys wrapped up together in the field. He shudders, over-exaggerated. I grit my teeth. She won't be shunned because she and I will be husband and wife. My brother shrugs casually before chuckling. When you leave, she'll be here alone, without a husband and without her virtue. If she's smart enough, she's likely already planned to place another man in the picture. 1, 2 moments pass, and my fist collides with his face. He falls to the floor, hands covering his jaw. Don't you ever talk like that about my woman. He slowly sits up, his cheek already smarting. Just go and be grateful. Let the rest of us live in peace. I stand up to my full height, pointing at him on the ground. I'm not letting her go, but I will live my dream, Papa's dream. And in time I will bring Daisy with me. After I finish school and work to make money, I will come back here and grow my business. Your business, he rubs his jaw. Yes, it was Papa's, and now that he's gone, it's mine. He shakes his head, glaring. I've been the one there after school overseeing the books. I've been the one making sure Mama gets her stipend each week to pay for groceries. You've been screwing around with Daisy and playing football. He grits his teeth, angrier than I've ever seen him. While you've been sitting in the back office, I have been watching the construction on the new project Papa was building. I point to his face. I will return from America, and when I do, I will take what is rightfully mine. As the firstborn son, this is my birthright. I point to my own chest before taking a step closer to him. He shrinks back, afraid of my shadow. Turning away, I walk into my bedroom and shut the door, the hinges rattling. Hearing the freezer opening and closing, my mother chirps. What did you say to him? Why do you anger him when you know his temper? Just like Papa. He can't help himself. How many noses has he broken in his life? 5? I take out my phone and call Daisy. After the 10th attempt at reaching her, getting nothing but her voicemail, I put my phone on vibrate and leave it on the corner of my desk. I review the paper from New York University, confused by the fact that they barely gave me any information at all. Maybe there is a second letter coming. There must be. The mail took too long to get here. School starts in 3 weeks, and I don't have enough information. What if they already gave my spot away? I opened my desk drawer, gathering all the forms that I filled out just in case the opportunity arose. I even made a friend at the consulate, so that if the time came, everything for me could be expedited. I fall asleep with my phone beside my face, and clothes all over my floor. 2 weeks later. She's gone. Albie leans against the side of my bedroom door, the morning sun high in the sky. I take a look at my bedside clock, 10 in the morning. What? I sit up, scratching the back of my neck, and I stare at my brother in confusion. Her father sent her away, to her aunt in Montenegro. I heard at the fruit store this morning. The whole thing was very rushed, apparently, but word is she had a job offer. I pull out my phone from beneath my pillow, relieved that it isn't dead. I need to reach her. The last weeks have been awful. I've barely been able to sleep worried about Daisy. Between trying to find her in town, calling and emailing her, running to and from the consulate for my student visa documents and interviews, and working at my uncle's pizza shop to make some extra cash before leaving, I've been moving non-stop. The separation from Daisy sucks, but we love each other. We will find a way. He clears his throat. There is no way she has her old phone. Come on, Leo. Use that brain of yours. She's been sent away, and her father will make sure she has no contact with you. I've got to find a way to reach her. I stand up, full of resolve. An aunt, you said? Sure. He smiles as I get out of bed, heading to the bathroom to brush my teeth. Facing the mirror, I see him pull out an envelope from his back pocket. $500. What? My jaw drops, and I quickly spit and rinse out my mouth with water. Albie laughs out loud. You're leaving. Once you are in America, you'll figure it out. You're smart and resourceful, I have no doubt. This will help you get started before life really begins. His smirk reaches under my skin, but I ignore it. Looking at my brother now and seeing how happy he is for me, I feel badly about the poor standing of our relationship. We're family, after all. And giving me what is probably 2 months' worth of his wages is nice. Maybe nicer than anything he has ever done. I guess it took me leaving for us to finally connect. He even called New York University on my behalf, and they told him not to worry that I missed the acceptance deadline. When I arrive, I should go to the admissions office, and they will set everything up for me, including lodging. It's all set, Albie said. Albie. I clear my throat, feeling guilty at the lasting bruise on his jaw. I know it hasn't always been easy between us. But maybe when you're ready and I've set up an apartment, you can come too, for a visit. Sure. He looks at me then, and a flicker of something like anger flashes in his eyes. Before I can make sense of what I saw, it's gone. He covers the glare with an easy laugh. Yeah, that's right. One big happy family. Get your stuff together. I'll find a way to learn more about Daisy. Trust me. I wake up and run to the bathroom, vomiting in the toilet. When my stomach is empty, I lift my sweaty head and smile. I leave in a few hours to America. I'm excited but nervous. More nervous than getting on the field for the football championship. I won then, and I'll win now. I get myself up off the floor and shower before getting dressed. When everything is organized and my backpack is filled with my passport, my mobile, and my wallet, I head into the kitchen. My mother has prepared an enormous breakfast. She serves me what will likely be my last breakfast at home. Her hand moves to my back, rubbing in circles. Life isn't always easy, but I believe you will make America your home. I tilt my head, confused by her comment. America will be where I live, but Kosovo is my home. She replies non-committal. Albie asks for more eggs. She stands up and plates more for him from the stove. After we finish eating, she rinses the dishes quietly. The air in the house is somber. The drive isn't much better. The music is on, but I can barely hear it. My mother pulls up to the terminal at curbside on the departures level. I take out my suitcases from the trunk and find my mother beside me. She hugs me longer than maybe she ever has. I can smell her flowery perfume that she has worn all of my life. I let go and pound fists with Albie. Finally, I turn around to enter the airport. My new life awaits me. 2. Leo. LaGuardia Airport in New York City is busier than the movies show. There is no way to accurately describe the manic hustle as I walk across the airport through seas of people, following signs to the baggage claim. I'm glad I always watched television and movies in English. Without them, I would be handicapped. Finding my black suitcase is easy, mother tied a thick red ribbon to the handles, so I could spot it among others that looked just the same. I smile. The trick worked. After pulling it off the carousel, I make a stop in the restroom. It's gray and old-looking, but not too dirty. I open my backpack and take out my toothbrush and toothpaste. After brushing my teeth, I wash my hands and face in the sink and retie my shoelaces. Walking out of the terminal, I feel a hell of a lot better about myself. Finding the bus to downtown New York is like a puzzle. Numbers, letters, uptown, west side, east side. It never seems to end. It's a Tuesday morning, not the weekend, and my bus needs to take me downtown. According to Albie, the admissions office at New York University is awaiting my arrival. Once I get there, they will take me to the dorms and set me up with access to the food hall. I look around and follow the signs to the taxi and bus lines. I exit the airport and am suddenly bombarded with men hassling me, asking to give me a ride. One seems decent and clean, in dark jeans and a white button-down, a cigarette hanging from his mouth and a gold chain dangling around his neck. "Need a ride?" I look at him closely before looking back down at my phone. My trip to New York University will likely take close to 2 hours by bus and subway, but with a car it could be less than 30 minutes. I quickly open the Uber app I was told is necessary for life in New York City and type in my address. For the right price, maybe I'll go with this guy. I slide my phone back into my front pocket. "How much to Lafayette Street?" In an accent I can't place, he tells me. "Oh, that's very, very far. 100. I roll my eyes and keep walking. The Uber would cost $50. I might be new in this town, but I'm not one to get swindled. "Wait," he cries, catching up to me. "How much do you want to pay?" $30. He throws his smoke onto the floor, not bothering to put it out. "I'm only doing this because it's off-peak. Cash only. Follow me." Together we walk along the terminals until we finally reach an enormous parking area. I try not to gape. I've only just gotten here and already I'm in shock over the size of the cars. I know gas is cheaper here, but still. We pause at a black car that's small in comparison to the others, a compact Toyota. He opens the trunk and I pause before giving him my suitcase. "Let's go," he claps. "Time is money." "Yeah, sure." As we finally drive off, my leg bounces up and down. My heart is beating so fast that it feels like it might jump out from my ribs. His eye moves to the rearview mirror. "Can you settle?" I want to be polite, but I don't have it in me to relax. I give him a hard look. "No." "New in town, I see. Where are you from?" "Kosovo." "Oh, wow. Albania. Long flight?" "Yes." I pull out a toothpick from the pocket of my backpack and bite on it. "Going to school?" He brings down his window, lighting up another cigarette. "NYU?" I don't feel like responding. I'm exhausted. But then again, he's driving me for a good deal. I should be nice enough. I sit up taller. "Yes, NYU." The moment I say the words, pride builds in my chest. "Planning to get a job? I'm a real estate broker. There are always people coming and going in and out of the city wanting to rent an apartment. Not great money yet, but one day I'm going to own my own company. Life will be good then." I shift in my seat. "Where are you from?" He exhales smoke out the window. "Israel. My name is Yossi. And you?" "Leo." I look out the window, and we're finally off the bridge. The city is enormous, bigger than my dreams. With towering buildings and people packed on the sidewalks, I'm not sure how I'll ever navigate. My gaze holds as I scan the street signs. I find myself praying. I'm so far from home, far from my love Daisy, who I still can't find. I swallow hard, an emptiness settling in my chest. Mother. I miss her too. When will I see her next? Even Albie. I've never been without him in all my life. The whole move happened so quickly that I was barely able to process what was unfolding. It was as though my brother and Mama had put skates on my feet and pushed me forward. I put my hand into the zipper pocket of my backpack, glad my money is still there. Mama wanted me to sew it into my clothes, but I told her that was ridiculous. I sort of wish I'd listened now. What if I lose this cash? The driver stops, and I see the sign, New York University. I finally made it. Admissions. I discreetly open my zipper pocket and undo the band around my cash. I remove 3 $10 bills and hand them to him. Thank you, my friend. He takes off his belt and turns his body in the seat. Taking the money from my hand, he gives me a card. If you ever need a ride somewhere or a job, I know people who know people. If you need an apartment, I can find you a good one for no fee. He winks. I give him my hand and we shake. Thanks. I hear the trunk pop open before opening the door and stepping out. The weather is nice and mild, warm even. I take out my suitcase and make my way into the building.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?